huge welcome everyone, thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Nick, we're on the Commodore Amiga this time round, and we're looking at, yes, Donkey Kong, although not an official conversion, published by Bignonia in 1993. It's a public domain game, so don't believe it is an official release. It says F1 here to start the game, or F11 for a two-player game. Well, I think the joke's on us, because I think the Amiga only went up to F10. So it's a one-player game, based on the arcade cabinet Donkey Kong from Nintendo way back in 1981. It takes place over a construction site over 4 levels. You control Jumpman, who's later become Mario. We must rescue Princess Pauline, who's up the top there, and each time we get up the top, well, she just gets carried up to the next level. Now, this game boasts to have all 4 levels, if we control Mario, boasts to have all 4 levels of the original arcade game, plus an extra level as well. So, here we go. Review Donkey Kong on the Spectrum, Commodore 64, Atari 2600, although that only had 2 levels on that one, and just about everything re-review. Did I ever review it on the Sega Mega Drive? I'm not sure. Did it come out on that? Again, I'm not sure. But let's see how far we can get, see if I can get off level 1. But as you know, we must avoid all these barrels and get to the ladder where the princess is, next to that great big ape. For a public domain game, this is pretty good. It's playing quite nicely, and actually I think it's my favourite version of Donkey Kong already. Hooray! Good stuff. Right, let's try and avoid these. Now, if 2 barrels are coming next to each other, it's almost impossible to jump over them. I tend to, on other versions, I tend to get to level 2, or on a good day, level 3. Like the sounds on this, doesn't feel like a Commodore Amiga game at all, but as arcade conversions go, this is more than acceptable, and if I bought this back in the day as public domain, I would have been extremely impressed. Good stuff. Bignonia. I don't know what else they did, actually. It feels very Commodore 64-ish, rather than Commodore Amiga-ish, but that's okay. Good stuff, good stuff. As I say, based on the arcade cabinet from Nintendo in 1981. I would say track this down if you're a Donkey Kong fan and got an Amiga or just emulation. It's well worth the time. I always get a warm feeling when I play Donkey Kong. I think the other day we played, or last week on the Amiga we played Burger Man, which is a take on the arcade cabinet of Burger Time. And I like seeing these arcade conversions, they're pretty good. As I say, this one isn't official, but it looks like a lot of care has been taken into doing it, and it could easily have been official. Right now, Donkey Kong's taking are up to the next level of the construction site. So, just to recap, this game controls all 4 accurately recreated, pretty much, levels of the original Donkey Kong, plus a bonus stage, but only if you collect all the bonus items. You can see an umbrella there on the right. Just the right of me, as you say, that pink and bluey thing. Avoid the fire or you will die. Yes, I always find level 2 pretty tricky. Blib 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 blib. That's what you like. Do your own blib blib blibbing. Yeah, well, on Pac-Man it'd be wacka 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 wacka. Here it's blib 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 blib. There's music going on in the background. Right, come on, mister, with your big red trousers on. We've played quite a lot of Mario games now on the channel, but we haven't played Super Mario World once. That's a bit unusual, isn't it? We played Mario Kart, lots of different versions of that. Mario 64. But, you know, I'm sure it's only a matter of time. Oops, if you fall down off those levels, you die as well. It's only a matter of time before we played all of them. Well, probably. Go, Mario, go. What's your favourite Mario game? Comment below. I think mine is the racing games, because I'm a sucker for racing games. I like all the Mario racing games. The Nintendo 64 one was pretty good, but I've liked all of them. I haven't played them on the Nintendo Switch, but that isn't unusual, because I don't own a Nintendo Switch. There we go. Come on, Nick, you can do this. Nice and colourful, this. The gameplay's pretty fair. We're on a conveyor belt, if you was wondering why I'm doing the moonwalk here. Boing. Tried to jump over that pie. Didn't quite make it. We can do this thing. Or can we? Level 2 seems to be my sort of level. But you see Donkey Kong is going backward and forward there. He's controlling the conveyor belt. Oh. And what I'm trying to do, I think, is go up the right-hand side and attack it from there. It's game over. Who just laughed at me? Right, there's an in-joke there. It said Popeye ended second. Originally, when they was making Donkey Kong, this was supposed to be a Popeye game where Popeye was getting to the top to rescue Olive Oil. Didn't quite happen that way, and so Jumpman was born, and then there's Mario. So it could have been very different. There isn't really any good Popeye games, to be fair. There's lots of dodgy ones. Especially Popeye Wrestling. Yes, check that one out if you want. We've reviewed all the Popeye games. There's only 2 on the Commodore Amiga. There's 3 on the Spectrum, I think, and Commodore 64 too. So we know what to do, don't we? Smash those barrels, avoid getting hit by fire. But the first level, when people think of Donkey Kong, they typically think of this first level. and then get lesser known the more levels you go forward. But level 1 is where the action is for me. This is classic retro stuff, but this is Bignonia in 1993, some 12 years after the arcade cabinet. It's weird that the Atari 2600 version only had 2 levels, wasn't quite as colourful as this. Yeah, good to see him about the place. Good bit of hammer work, boof. Now the Donkey Kong can throw barrels at very odd angles from up the top there. Donkey Kong Country, I think that's another good one on the Nintendo 64. They do get a lot of mileage out of these characters, didn't they? Lots and lots of mileage. You might be able to read the notes going across the bottom there. That's telling you extra bits about the game. Extra life at 25,000 points. Lots of credits there for the people that wrote the games as well. It's telling you about the extra stages. The Fox did the music. He's done it again. So stage 1's no problem, level 1. Then I'm going up, again. Lives in the top left there. It might just circle around once you've done this, but this seems to be my my nemesis here, stage 2 for the time being. I think on another review run the versions, it might be the ZX Spectrum with Commodore 64. I did get to stage 3, believe it or not. So we really Donkey Konged it. Don't know if it's come out on the Master System. I haven't reviewed any Master System games yet, but it is quite tempting. Go Mario, go! You can do it, can you? I don't know. Whoops. It's interesting as well, seeing on the different versions, the difference between all the enemies. There's a Popeye thing again. But lots of colour. Probably the most colourful version I've played so far of this. Oh. He should get bouncy boots so he doesn't die. You have to collect 8 or 9 bonuses from stages 2, 3 and 4 to unlock the bonus stage. Right. You got it? I think you got it. Now I couldn't get this to work on the Amiga Workbench 1.3, so I had to use the ROM that comes with the Amiga 600 2.04. And when I tried to load it up on the normal Amiga, the actual Donkey Kong character was very, very blurred, and so was the fonts at the bottom there. So if you're having that problem, you need to do it on Workbench 2.04 and above. There you go. I keep thinking this music's going to go into that tune, How Much Is That Doggy in the Window, for some reason. Right, it's very unusual. Bit Sorcerer's Apprentice, this. I'm going to run out of lives soon. Was that the last life? Game over, as it laughs at me again. Bignonia. Just makes me want to say Bignosia. I think that's the idea. F11 for 2-player game. There is only 1 player. There's no F11. Just goes F1 to F10. Ha ha ha. Well, they sure got us there. Donkey Kong. Not King Kong. Not Hong Kong. It's Donkey Kong. I think we're going to have one last go on this one. See if I can get off level 2. But I love that graphic. Look at that. Here he goes. Have a banana. Right, let's try and do a speed run this time as he demolishes the ledges. This construction site from hell. I suppose we're up in King Kong, the movie. He was up the Empire State Building, wasn't he? But Super Mario wasn't on his way. Oh, sorry, not Super Mario, Jumpman. Right, I'm going to go a speed run up the top here. The quicker we go, the less barrels there'll be going. That's my logic. This is going quite well. Oops, that's not going to work. No, that didn't work. We got sent head over heels there. If you have attempted this in real life, then let me know. Donkey Kong VR can only be a matter of time. How crazy is that going to be? Right. Bit Boy from Bignonia. It is a good game on the Commodore 64, I must admit. I think we live streamed that once. I think we've live streamed it on the Commodore 64 and the ZX Spectrum, to be fair. Might very well live stream this on an Amiga stream, although it's very, very basic for an Amiga game, but it'd be good fun to start us off with one day, I think. I think so. But come on, we can do this thing. I was going to say it's a speed run. I'm taking the longest ever on this one. You never know what ladder these barrels are going to go down. It is at random. Sometimes there's an odd barrel that comes down, just thrown down by that big cheeky monkey. Princess Pauline is there in the Super Mario Kart games. She become Peaches, didn't she? Princess Peaches. I don't know if that's a different princess. Who knows? If you know, then comment below. I love comments below. It just creates activity for the channel. If you're liking the channel so far, there's quite a lot of videos there you might not have seen, so give them some love. We look at all sorts of games in our mad quest to review everything ever. It's not always about great gameplay. Well, quite often it's not about great gameplay. It's about ease and stress, having a bit of fun, leaving some stress there, yeah, and sharing our memories back in the day. As King Kong goes up another stage, I think we know what's going to happen here. Where's Popeye? He's not here. He missed out big time. We could have had lots of other Popeye games if this had happened. Super Popeye Racing, imagine that. They all would have happened, but tough luck, Popeye. He was strong to the finish, was about 20 years ago, and then he ate his spinach. It's Popeye the Sailor Man, boop boop, as he used to say. Mario doesn't say that, he just says, let's go. Sounds a bit like Mickey Mouse. Let's go, let's go. Yeah, perhaps they're the same person. Played by Bob Hoskins in that Mario film, which I haven't seen, but I've heard it's not very good. Right, last life left. It's now or never, or we're not going to do it at all. Right, there's the hammer. As we hammer this pie, it's an evil pie. But the more dangerous thing is the fire. Seems to be a lot of fire on this one than other versions, making it a little bit tricky coming off the oil. I think this version is probably the trickiest I've played actually. Look at the amount of stuff you need to jump over. Perhaps that's why I was not doing very well. We'll use that as an excuse. I mean, you've got to find a gap up the top there. There's loads of stuff. Yeah, actually, looking at this, I think they've made this version way too hard, but nice to see anyway. It's the prettiest of the versions, but it's probably the most difficult of the versions as well, I would say. Yes, Donkey Kong, get all bonuses to select the final stage. I know I said last time was my final go, but I just want to squeeze in one more because it is addictive. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I can get off level 2, but maybe I can't get off level 2. Right, maybe I'll get a quick run there. I think speed is the key. If I start level 2 quickly, I think the longer it goes on, the more fire it seems to generate. So just go quick, quick, quick. That's what we'll do this. That's what we'll do this time round. Right? Right, get up the half ladder. Get over those two barrels. They're not going to fool us. Good. Right, that's them outwitted. If you've ever outwitted a barrel, then let me know. Get that thing, and then we'll just charge to the exit. See, we seem to be very skillful at level 1 now. Don't tempt. Oh, that's good. Don't tempt fate now, Nick. You can't go up the ladder when you've got this big chopper thing. You've got to wait till that goes away, and sometimes it goes away at the most unopportunist times. If it went away now, we're doomed. It must go in a moment. That's it. Jump over this barrel, and we've done it. So stage 1, easy peasy now. Once you've had a few goes. Stage 2, not quite so good, but we're gonna go quick before it's generated. So at the moment, there's not too much up there. Just those pies. There's one bit of fire, right? Fire. Yeah, this is impossible. How'd you do this? Look at that. That's the second level above Donkey Kong. Below Donkey Kong. There's too much stuff there. Maybe we just have to go another way around. I can't really see a way of doing this. If you've played this back in the day and you know a way of doing that, get to that top level, let me know. Because you can't go up the ladder with the chopper. Too difficult, isn't it? Has anyone got off level 2 on this thing? Right, there's that umbrella thing. Maybe a gap appears at some point. You wouldn't have time to get off the ladder, I don't think. Let's try. Jump. Oh, I think what you do is you have to go up the ladder and then walk left in level with the conveyor belt and maybe do a quick turn. I think that's what you need to do. But as I say, at the moment, you see how when it starts, there's nothing much about. Boing. Yeah, or maybe we can go up this way with a bit of chopping action. It's a bit choppy. But Princess Pauline, she's saying something. She's saying ma. What's she going to say there? We cut her off. She's going to say margarine, was she? Or she might have been saying marigolds. Maybe she wanted some washing up gloves. I don't know what she's saying. Or madness, or favourite 80s band, Scar. I am driving in my car. It is not a Jaguar. Oh, she's shouting Mario, right? So he's not Jumpman in this. She's shouting for Mario. M.A. was the start of Mario. Help! Mario, she'll say. Oh, come on. He's a bit fat here. We're going to go this way. See us again. I don't think this is right. Look at the amount of fire coming across with big faces on. Yeah, I've been burnt. My toupee has been burnt to a crisp. Well, with that, I think it's probably First that we go. Hope you liked having a look at that one. A public domain game of Donkey Kong. Looks nice, good colour graphics, although level 2 is particularly tricky unless you've got a knack to it. It's developed by Bignonia in 1993. Got any comments about this game, similar games, anything retro or Donkey Kong or Mario, then please put that below. You're always more than welcome, and I love reading your comments. It creates a good bit of activity on the channel. And until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.